In their continuing attempts to dictate every single part of our lives, the government have decided to introduce a ban on fast food advertising, which is going to come into effect on the 1st of October 2025. I am very much anti-nanny state. I am very much anti this micromanagement of our lives. I believe in freedom of speech and I'm a strong defender of personal freedoms. That being said, when I heard about said junk food advertising ban, I was in two minds. If it prevents McDonald's, Burger King and the like from advertising directly to children and during children's programming, then I can't see that as a necessarily harmful thing. Children will continue to be aware of McDonald's and Burger King and the other junk food outlets. However, not only will it prevent these companies from hypothetically forcing this unhealthy food down our children's throats, it'll also do a great service to the parents who won't be getting nagged quite as often to take their kids to McDonald's. So I was sort of partially in favour of this, even though it kind of conflicts with my overall view on personal liberties. A ban on junk food adverts being shown on TV before 9 o'clock will come into force on the 1st of October 2025, the government has confirmed. Labour said the watershed on junk food advertising will be enforced alongside a total ban on paid online adverts, both aimed at tackling childhood obesity. Now, I'm going to be that guy and I'm going to be controversial, even though I know it will probably get me some backlash. Setting the watershed at 9 o'clock seems like a rational move. However, dare I suggest it's the parents that don't necessarily set respectable bedtimes for their children that may also be the ones who give in to pester power or feed their children junk food because of its convenience. That's casting a bit of a broad statement. However, I believe that the parents who have no interest in their children getting a respectable amount of sleep are possibly also the ones that don't consider their health in other things such as nutritional dietary choices. Sorry to interrupt the video, only 5% of the people who watch these videos regularly are actually subscribed. If you don't mind just hitting that subscribe button, it's completely free, there's no obligation, you can unsubscribe at any time and there would be no hard feelings from me. There's also a link in the description below if you fancy buying me a pint. It says buy me a coffee, but a pint's much better, isn't it? Particularly on a warm day like today. Anyway, back to the video. The Conservatives had previously committed to the ban in 2021 when Boris Johnson was Prime Minister, but it was pushed back as the industry was given more time to prepare. And that's all well and good. This is something that needs to take time to implement. It also gives the fast food manufacturers and the fast food outlets time to maybe adjust their menus to become more healthy in order to circumvent this particular ban on advertising. And that surely would be a win-win situation. They get to continue to advertise, and as and when the children are given junk food, that junk food isn't quite as junky as it was before. So being a bit on the fence, I decided to do what I normally do in these instances and do a little bit more digging. What exactly would classify as junk food? Would it just be the classic burger and fries or the takeaway pizza? Or would it be a bit more far-ranging in terms of unhealthy snacks, unhealthy drinks, etc., etc.? Thankfully, the BBC has published a list of products that may potentially come under this new ban of advertising. There will be two specific criteria by which food products are classified as junk food, as per the government's own guidelines. Firstly, if it's classified as less healthy on a government scoring system after its nutrients have been analysed. This includes salt, fat, sugar and protein. So without knowing those exact limits, that's kind of a bit of an arbitrary measure. However, the second criteria is much more clear, and this is because it lays out 13 categories that could be banned under this advertising ban by the government, and these include, and this list is far more extensive than I ever expected. For example, soft drinks. Now, I anticipated that the likes of Coca-Cola and other carbonated, very high in sugar drinks would be banned under this new legislation. However, this covers any product that contains additional sugar. Cola, lemonade, as expected, but also squash. It also includes fruit juice, smoothies, and energy drinks. So that is, by and large, the vast majority of drinks that children are likely to consume. Now, I think it's very wise that children don't consume excessive amounts of sugar. I certainly think it's very wise that they don't consume excessive amounts of energy drinks. However, squash, fruit juice and smoothies, certainly in moderation, are not unhealthy and actually may contain important nutrients and vitamins. Savoury snacks now are expected, crisps and things like that, to be on the list. However, that extends to crackers, rice cakes, tortilla chips and Bombay mix. I don't know many kids who eat Bombay mix, but there you go. Breakfast cereal. Now, we're always telling our kids that they should have breakfast in the morning, that it's the most important meal of the day. However, by the government's guidelines, a lot of breakfast cereals, including granola, muesli, porridge oats and other items you'd find in the cereal aisle, are liable to potentially be banned under this new legislation on advertising. We've got chocolate and sweets, now that's understandable, as is ice cream, cakes and cupcakes, Biscuits and bars, sort of understand that, but we're running out of food items very, very rapidly here. Morning goods, croissants, pain au chocolat and other pastries. It's likely to also extend there to scones, crumpets, fruit loaves and hot cross buns. Not the favourites of most children that I know, but still there on the banned list as well. Desserts and puddings, so there'll be no more desserts, no more puddings, no more mousses, no more anything of that nature. Yogurt, now I've always believed that yogurt can be very healthy as part of a balanced diet, but no, that's off the table as well. No more yogurt advertising. Pizza, now you're going to have a difficult job convincing children that pizza doesn't exist, but however, they won't see it advertised before 9 o'clock anymore, apparently. Potatoes, not in their purest form, you understand, but if they've been turned into chips or waffles or hash browns or whatever, they are for the chop. You will not see adverts for those before 9 o'clock. Ready meals will also see a ban on advertising in most instances. So I don't know what that leaves, and I don't remember many adverts for fresh fruit and vegetables. Maybe they'll bring back the Jolly Green Giant to advertise his sweet corn. I don't know. Initially, when I saw this ban, I thought, yes, great idea. Don't be promoting Big Macs and Domino's pizza during Dora the Explorer. Totally get it, makes sense, great for the parents, but also it doesn't plant the seed in the mind of the children. However, having looked at this list, having looked at all the products, and that doesn't include the ambiguous ones that are considered less healthy under these unknown guidelines, virtually everything I can think of that children are liable to want to eat on a daily basis is going to be potentially covered by this ban. I spoke at the beginning about the nanny state, and this to me just seems, again, a step too far. By all means, like I say, don't be promoting heavily processed, highly fatty, calorific fast food to our children directly. I get that. However, to exclude things like muesli, granola, potato products, all of these staples from being advertised at any point before 9 o'clock or online at all is doing a massive disservice to many of the food industries. It's also very unlikely that a child is going to watch an advert for muesli and get bugging their parents for a bowl of Alpen. I also think it's kind of unlikely that they're going to be begging their parents for some Bombay mix anytime soon. However, as always, let me know your thoughts, and in the meantime, stay safe and stay sane, everyone.